What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Don with the Don Franz Show. Again, thank you everybody for the 10,000 subscribers. We did hit the goal. I know it's Tuesday morning. Last night was the goal to hit 10K subs. I magically jumped up 20 right around 7 o'clock. I don't know if somebody bought them. Close enough. We're not going to look into it. But again, I appreciate everybody. So now, this month, we get to do the exciting stuff, the giveaway stuff. I'm working with the guy that helps me manage the YouTube channel and how we're going to give it away. So I know first to bid is going to be the YouTube members who click the join button. So check out my streams later. We're going to talk about that and announce that more. For right now, Tesla Tuesday. And again, on these segments, I like to talk about where we might see Tesla go this week. And I got to say, it looks up there. I was expecting a pullback. Not today. It's something I talked about with the mentor group last night was, Sunday night was, hey, Monday's going to be green. We're probably going to be red after that. But one thing we have to take into consideration is Apple and Tesla have never been in the shoes they're in right now. The market has never been, like all the pieces of the puzzle have never been anywhere other than where they are now, if that makes any sense at all. So we can't really look into the past for any clues. One thing I did, now, I'm actually not in Tesla that crazy, but I got to say the FOMO kicked in once I jumped on Flow Algo. Now, again, don't let this influence you guys, but I'm going to share the information I have with you guys because we can see there's actually a lot now. Golden sweeps like this when they're highlighted gold. This is supposedly a bank's first entry. All these guys could already be in Tesla. Like this guy's Tesla, bought some Tesla puts. They might already be in Tesla, so it's likely just a hedge. But we can see there was a lot of these. Now, golden sweeps actually don't pop up. They're rare. You go many days without even seeing one, and we're seeing a lot today. Now we saw Tesla. Here's another one for Tesla, and these are 3.5 million worth in calls. This one was 2.3 million. I started thinking, like, what's going on? I think there's a couple more. That's Apple put. Someone shorted it, 2.9 million, but probably just a hedge. Apple's big enough to handle that float easy. I think is that it. One for Zoom, which we talked about last night. Tesla, another 3.5 million. This is for an 840 strike. I think that's it. So I actually clicked on this, and this is where the FOMO really kicks in. 52.3 million in calls today. Look at that. See, that's why the Apple was probably hedged. 5.4 million in puts. Here's 14.5 million in calls. Now, again, all this shows is like, hey, somebody did this. We don't know if it's a hedge or not. You have to be incredibly short for those to be hedges with Tesla. So if you look over here, 3.2 million in puts, 52.3 million. Each contract is 100 shares. That's what the FOMO kicked in. I had the indicators up. Let's look at everything. RSI, obviously overbought. Tesla hangs out up here. This should not be anything. If you're looking at this thinking overbought, let me introduce you to the world of Tesla. It's not a thing, right? We can hang out here, no problem. We're kind of just getting in that territory. MACD still says buy. Let's get out of here with that. We can see today was a split. We had just a nice 12% run up today, and then after hours it pushed even further. Lots of reasons to be bullish on this. The reason I'm not heavy in this right now is just for the fact that, one, I missed the move up. I was going to buy into yesterday, but Robinhood was down, and so I have shares. I have shares in this, but the reason I didn't make just the absolute killing is I like to play calls. I like to play options. So for the move Amazon, Tesla made, Robinhood did cost me. It's the first time I've actually had a legitimate issue with Robinhood, being a problem. So I got to watch this money being made. And after that, it was kind of up there, so I couldn't really buy calls. So I grabbed a couple. And I was just thinking, it still might be a pullback. We're still trending up, more green candles than red. No reason to short this other than the reason it's too high. It's not a good reason to short. What makes this one so tricky is how high we are. We got the split. We got everybody buying in. How much profit taking is there? How many people bought this for the run up when they announced the split, and they plan on taking profit after this exact move we talked about? This played out just like we said it would. So right now, though, what I'm thinking for Tesla and the rest of this week is if we get a down day, like, honestly, if you're bullish Tesla, a case like this where we get a strong sell-off tomorrow and sideways the rest of the week would be a blessing in disguise. Now, granted, if you're a Tesla bear, you'll see this and really think it's just going to go down. It's overbought. It's finally overbought. The bubble's going to pop. We're going to pull back. But I think we're about to see a run up in Tesla even continued. Because Battery Day, September 22nd, I know that's Frodo's best friend. It's his birthday or something from the Lord of the Rings. There's that going around that Elon picked it because that's his favorite movie. So that's Battery Day on the 22nd. No doubt there's going to be some hype there. And then we have deliveries on October 2nd. Then we have the next earnings coming out. This is just going to be ran by a fueled what-if scenario, buy the rumor, sell the news event, but there's just one right after another. And then to cherry on top, sprinkle something in there, S&P inclusion. Now remember, most companies, when they jump into the S&P 500, they're already in the S&P 400. Tesla's not doing that. Tesla's going to skip right over, get to the good stuff. So it's likely we actually do see some movement out of that. Not like where a lot of people are talking about how it's not that good. If you look at all the other tickers that joined the S&P 500, it's not been that great. Tesla's going to be a little bit different. So the forward PE is 1,000 or something like that, or 1,300. The forward PE is up there. I just know that from someone else talking about it. We were looking at it. I wouldn't care. I don't care about that. And again, guys, if you are new, if you happen to be new to my channel and you're checking this out because you're curious about Tesla and wondering why is it up there, stop. It is not an auto manufacturer. Okay? Yes, they make cars. So what? Big deal. You know what like Ford, GM, Chevy, Honda, you know what all those guys don't make? Power walls, solar panels, solar roofs. They don't have the autonomous level 5 coming out. They don't have batteries to produce and sell to other people, the technology, the licensing agreement for it. They don't have any of that, and all of this is stuff that's set to come out, which is why I think we might just see another run up in Tesla. So if we do get the pullback, I'm going to be cautious. There's no reason to trade this blind, but we are up there. Now for zones, this is going to be a good area to watch right here. And this is we don't really have much for zones. We really don't. Tesla, this past little bit has made it very difficult, and it's honestly it's been difficult to even sell this. Like why? Why not just hold it? If you get the red day, add on. Definitely not something I should be preaching. And don't be silly, guys. Even though it's up, put a stop loss on there. You know, even if your entry is way down here, put a stop loss, put it somewhere in the green. So if this does turn around, worst case scenario, you're not taking an unnecessary loss. You need to hug it right up underneath it. Give it some wiggle room. You have plenty of all the wiggle room in the world. Just there's no reason to lose on Tesla right now. We're gonna speed bump it zone right inside here. I think purple zone. If we could just get a pullback right into there, I think we would be. I think we'd be doing all right if we could just get that right in there. So these are going to be my zones for Tesla. Right now we're up there. We haven't formed anything new. So that's where I'm unfortunately going to have to leave you on this. And that's what I'm watching out for. A pullback to that. Oh man, it would look like the sky is falling to go from 514 to 450. But guys, it seems like just a little bit ago we were talking about Tesla at 450 and 500 and 600. Remember you guys said, oh, this is it. It's not going to go any higher. And then it skipped 800, went from 600 one day to 700, and then from 700 to 900. We were going up 100 a day, and then Tesla's like, well, that seems too monotonous. Let's go ahead and jump up and really show them how we move. So we skipped the 800s. So if you fell for that the first time, here's your opportunity to get to do it again. The hype's not going anywhere. The cult is still here very much in this ticker. These are the zones laid out for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and hop off now. That's where that tomorrow we're going to watch for a pullback, if not a continuation. More importantly, right now I'm going to watch the hourly trend. A good sign for this, a good dip buy as you're playing the trend. If the daily's up, the 4 hours up, the 1 hour's up, but the 15-minute is red, that's probably a dip buy. Just be mindful that all reversals will show up on the 1 minute chart. It'll be red on the 1 minute. And then all of a sudden goes to the 5, and then the 15, then 30, then the hourly. So be mindful of that. Manage your stops. Realistically, where we kind of went sideways right here, that 480 mark might even be a good place to set your alert. So I'll end it here, guys. Be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe. If you're new, if you like this is Tesla Tuesday. I'll do it every Tuesday morning. I talk about what I want to see for the next week and kind of talk about Tesla. So I'll see you guys next week.